This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
You know, a few months ago, we put a new desk in the podcast studio. You may have noticed. Well, today, at the end of this video, there's an offer from Uplift Standing Desk, the sponsor of today's video, that I think you should check out. In the meantime, though, let's luxuriate in the sycophantic nature of Republicans. In this case, I'm going to talk about Andy Ogles, who is spearheading, I guess. He's certainly involved chiefly in this effort you may have heard about to rename Dulles International Airport here in the Washington, D.C. area to Donald Trump International Airport. And you'll never guess the reason. I mean, one of the reasons that it gives chiefly is spite. We're going to put it in their face. And then the other thing that I really want to hone in here, I'll probably title this video with this element of it. I'll put it in the thumbnail because that's how YouTube works, is he says that part of the reason they're changing the name is because we need to do our jobs. The American people need to see us doing our jobs as though that's their job. And then he says they need to see us do our job, part of which, doing our job, is to honor Donald Trump. He just says it. The quiet part's no longer the quiet part with these Republicans. Andy Ogles from Tennessee, Republican, may as well just lather on the brown nose paste. Just get right in there with the aquifer, because I'm sure his nose is mighty chafed from being up Donald Trump's butt so much. Just admitting openly and publicly that he needs to honor Donald Trump. And that's what his job is. He believes his taxpayer-funded salary to represent his district in Tennessee, that part of his job is to honor Donald Trump. I'm going to go to the clip here, but it seems that something's broken within the Republican Party that's beyond some of the things we talk about, like their disdain for democracy and all the other things that are really of true merit and worth relative to danger. But this is just another one, this absolute disgraceful lack of dignity. This is a grown man saying that he's paid by the taxpayers to honor the fascist Donald Trump. Watch this.
Bill stand a chance of passing?
Well, you know, it's one of those, you always swing for the fences, you never stop fighting. But look, you know, Donald Trump was a transformative president. The country was in a better place when he was president of the United States. The economy was better, the borders were more secure, and the world was safer. So it's time that we recognize that fact, regardless of whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. We were all better off under Donald Trump versus under this so-called Bidenomics.
Yeah, Republicans are having a tough time in the House. Gallagher, Buck, McCarthy, Santos, all gone. So you don't really have, you've got a one-vote margin.
That's
Do
right.
you think this would even pass in the House if it went to the floor for a vote?
Well, you know, there's one way to find out. Let's put it out there, baby, and let's go. I mean, you don't fight, you don't stop fighting because the odds are tough. But I think it can pass. Now, look, I don't think the Senate would take it up, but that's on them, not us. You know, we have an obligation to do our jobs, and part of that is to honor the former president and to set the stage. We've got to win the House, the Senate, and the White House in the 2024 elections. And that means we've got to get Donald Trump elected. And so let's send a message to America. Let's send a message to our allies that we're serious about this and we're going to win. And again, like I said, our country is overwhelmed right now with illegal immigrants. Why? Because of Joe Biden. Laken Riley is dead because of Joe Biden. 14-year-old girls in Virginia and Louisiana were raped because of illegal aliens and because of Joe Biden. It's time that we push back against this nonsense, against this wokeness that is sweeping our nation. And look, it's up to you and I to continue to fight for conservative causes. And why not put it in their face and say, you know what, we're going to honor the president and we're going to name the airport after him.
Now, usually things are named after presidents after they leave office. Could this be a little premature?
Well, you know what? Again, let's keep fighting. But again, I'm going to go back to the fact, look at where we are as a nation. Our enemies are on the move around the world. Why? Because we appear weak. It is time that we put a flag, a stake in the ground and say enough is enough. And part of that is to send a message to Joe Biden, is that Donald Trump was better than you are. His policies were better than your policies.
As an aside, yeah, our enemies are on the move across the world to move against us, to move against our allies. And that's why Donald Trump wants to do away with NATO. Fantastic. Great foreign policy acumen you got there, Andy. Fantastic. Real winning strategy here. The reason we need to do it is, one, to do our job, which is to honor Donald Trump, but also to put it in their face. You see, the Republican Party is fueled by malice. Retribution is the order of the day for these people. It's worship of Donald Trump and retribution for anyone who also doesn't worship Donald Trump. He said it plainly, clearly, inarguably. It is self-evident that this is the Republican Party we have right now. It's a cult. How many times must we say it's a cult before people start waking up to the cult that surrounds Donald Trump? It's no longer just the cute turn of phrase, cult of personality. It's a cult. His job is not to honor Donald Trump. His job is not to rename airports. When there are so many issues that face Americans right now, he's so desperate to talk about the border, but voted against a border bill. Didn't want a border bill to come to the floor to solve the crisis, the invasion that he talks about. That is his job that he refused to do. But he honors Donald Trump so much that he wants to kick the can down the road so Donald Trump could be the one, the honorable Donald Trump, to solve it himself. Because he told them not to solve the problem when they had a solution. As far as the economy is concerned, couldn't he be doing something as a congressman, as a member of the body, that any appropriation bill originates in the House of Representatives? Wouldn't you think that would be part of his job, to solve the economic crisis that he claims exists right now? Now, you wouldn't expect that from him, because he thinks it was better under Donald Trump. He thinks that when 1 million plus Americans died under the watch of Donald Trump because of the fecklessness and the ineptitude of dealing with a global pandemic, he thinks it was better then. He thinks 2 impeachments, one involving extortion of a foreign leader, the other involving ending democracy and attempting to overthrow the United States government, he thinks that was better than it is now. Andy Ogles, the man who honors Donald Trump as a function of his job in Congress. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. We can mix it up in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed. If you appreciate what I do, you can become a channel member for $2 a month, helping support this work, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Now, stick around for a great offer from today's sponsor, Uplift Standing Desk. For so many of us these days, we're doing what many of us do. They're sitting there in front of a screen all day, hunched over a keyboard and a mouse, legs pretzeled on top of our chair. You know what I mean. It is time to improve your body and your brain, elevate the quality of your work and your health with an Uplift desk. With my Uplift Standing Desk, I now spend large parts of the day on my feet like I am right now, which helps me focus and stay productive. I also feel way more alert now that I'm consistently promoting better circulation. Uplift desks are super stable and easy to switch between sitting and standing configurations during the workday. And with over 100 desktop styles and tons of accessories, including 4 free with every desk purchase, you can seamlessly integrate any Uplift desk into any environment. Give your health and your work a boost. Go to upliftdesk.com/Dollemore and use code Dollemore at checkout to get 5% off, and also uplift your wellness and your productivity. You will feel more energetic and more efficient by moving around more. And with over 6,000 1,000 reviews on Google and counting, I'm not the only one repping these excellent desks. Even the New York Times is on board, with Uplift Desk being Wirecutter's standing desk pick for the last 5 years running. And with a 15-year warranty, free shipping, and free returns with free return shipping, how can you not try one out? Head to upliftdesk.com/Dollemore or just click the link below to score 5% off of your next purchase when you use code Dollemore at checkout. Work better, live healthier with Uplift Desk.